Samsung's next flagship cycle is already shaping up to be one of the most strategically interesting shifts the company has made in years, and the early information surrounding the Galaxy S26 lineup paints a very clear picture of where Samsung's priorities now lie. According to a reliable tech analyst, Samsung is heavily concentrating its resources on the Galaxy S26 Ultra, while the S26 Plus appears to be taking a much smaller role in the overall lineup. This is not just a minor adjustment in marketing language or feature emphasis, but a fundamental production and positioning decision that reflects changing consumer demand, competitive pressure, and Samsung's own internal data. From memory configurations to display choices and raw production numbers, everything points towards Samsung doubling down on its most premium device while treating the Plus model as a secondary option rather than a centerpiece of the series. Mass production for the Galaxy S26 Plus has reportedly already begun, but what stands out immediately is that it will be produced in noticeably lower volumes compared to both the base Galaxy S26 and the top-tier Galaxy S26 Ultra. This is a significant signal, because production numbers usually reflect Samsung's confidence in market demand. Historically, the Plus models existed to bridge the gap between the standard version and the Ultra, offering a larger screen and battery without the highest-end camera hardware or price. However, in recent years, consumer behavior has started to polarize. Buyers either want the most affordable flagship possible, or they want the absolute best, with fewer people choosing the middle ground. Samsung appears to be responding directly to this trend by scaling back the importance of the Plus variant. Insider Ice Universe added further clarity by commenting on a report from ELC that mentioned a larger standard Galaxy S26 model. According to information coming out of South Korea, the Galaxy S26 Plus will retain a 6.66-inch display, which will likely be marketed as 6.7 inches for simplicity, just as previous models were. This means the Plus model will not see any meaningful increase in screen size compared to its predecessor. Meanwhile, the base Galaxy S26 is expected to grow slightly compared to the S25, effectively narrowing the size gap between the standard and Plus models. As a result, the Plus version's defining feature, its larger display, will be less compelling than before, making it harder to justify its place in the lineup for many buyers. Adding to this, sources indicate that the Galaxy S26 Plus display panel is virtually identical to that of the Galaxy S25 Plus. Originally, Samsung had planned to introduce a new OLED display for a device referred to as the S26 Edge. However, after the cancellation of that device, the company chose to reuse existing components rather than redesign the Plus model's display. This decision suggests cost optimization rather than innovation, especially when contrasted with the aggressive upgrades expected for the S26 Ultra. The changes to the S26 Plus display are said to be limited to improved protective glass and minor manufacturing refinements, while the core specifications, such as resolution, refresh rate, and brightness, remain unchanged. For consumers who follow Samsung's releases closely, this will likely feel like a very modest update. Production figures further reinforce Samsung's clear focus on the Ultra model. In January alone, Samsung reportedly plans to manufacture approximately 700,000 units of the standard Galaxy S26, around 600,000 units of the Galaxy S26 Plus, and a massive 3.6 million units of the Galaxy S26 Ultra. This dramatic difference is impossible to ignore. The Ultra model is being produced in quantities that far exceed the other two combined, signaling that Samsung expects it to dominate sales and define the S26 series in the public eye. This approach aligns with the broader smartphone market, where ultra-premium devices increasingly act as brand showcases, driving both revenue and perception even if they are not the most affordable options. The Galaxy S26 Ultra is shaping up to be the true star of the lineup, and new information from a network analyst known as Anthony sheds even more light on Samsung's ambitions for this device. According to his statements on X, Samsung will finally release a global version of the Galaxy S26 Ultra with 16 GB of RAM. This configuration will be tied to the highest-end 1 TB storage variant, and crucially, will be available in all markets rather than being limited to select regions. While the Galaxy S25 Ultra technically offered a similar configuration, it was produced in limited quantities and was not widely accessible, making it more of a niche option than a mainstream flagship choice. The move to offer 16 GB of RAM globally is a strong indicator of how Samsung views the future of smartphones, particularly in the age of on-device AI. As AI features become more complex and resource-intensive, higher memory capacities are no longer just about multitasking or gaming performance. They are increasingly necessary to support advanced image processing, real-time language translation, generative AI tools, and long-term software updates. By making 16 GB of RAM more accessible, Samsung is positioning the Galaxy S26 Ultra as a device that will remain powerful and relevant for years, rather than just excelling at launch. Anthony also revealed that the memory speed across the Galaxy S26 lineup will reach 10.7 Gbps, including the base S26 and the S26 Plus. This is an important detail because memory speed often has a direct impact on overall system responsiveness, app loading times, and AI processing efficiency. Faster memory can significantly improve real-world performance even when the RAM capacity remains the same. By standardizing this high-speed memory across all models, Samsung ensures a baseline level of performance consistency, even if the Plus model does not receive many other standout upgrades. Another notable change is the global availability of the 512 GB storage variant for the base Galaxy S26. In previous generations, higher storage configurations were often limited to certain regions, forcing many users to choose between insufficient storage or importing devices. Making the 512 GB option globally available suggests that Samsung recognizes how quickly storage needs are growing, especially with high-resolution video recording, raw photography, and AI-generated content becoming more common. This decision also aligns with Samsung's broader strategy of emphasizing premium experiences and long-term usability, even on its non-Ultra models. The Galaxy S26 series is expected to officially premiere on February 25th, with sales beginning around March 11th. These dates place Samsung firmly ahead of many competitors in the yearly flagship cycle, giving the company a strong opportunity to set the tone for the rest of the year. By leading with an ultra-focused strategy, Samsung is essentially daring rivals to match or exceed its top-end specifications, while also acknowledging that the mid-tier flagship space is becoming increasingly crowded and competitive. From a broader perspective, Samsung's approach with the S26 lineup reflects a shift in how flagship smartphones are being defined. Instead of trying to make every model equally appealing, Samsung seems comfortable creating a clear hierarchy, with the Ultra model standing far above the rest. This not only simplifies marketing, but also helps guide consumers toward the device Samsung most wants to sell. The reduced emphasis on the Plus model suggests that Samsung may eventually rethink its role entirely, possibly phasing it out or redefining it in future generations if sales continue to underperform. At the same time, this strategy carries some risk. The Plus model has traditionally appealed to users who want a large screen without the bulk or cost of the Ultra. By minimizing upgrades and reducing production volumes, Samsung may alienate this segment, pushing some customers toward competitors or even toward the base model instead. However, Samsung may be betting that the expanding size and capabilities of the standard Galaxy S26 will be enough to satisfy these users, while those who truly want the best will naturally gravitate toward the Ultra. Overall, the early details surrounding the Galaxy S26 series paint a picture of a company that is becoming increasingly confident in its premium identity. By focusing on extreme memory configurations, high-speed components, and massive production numbers for the Ultra, Samsung is making it clear that its flagship strategy is no longer about balance, but about dominance at the top end. The Galaxy S26 Plus, while still part of the lineup, appears to be more of a supporting character than a leading one, carrying forward familiar hardware with minimal changes. As the official launch approaches, it will be fascinating to see how consumers respond to this more polarized lineup and whether Samsung's bet on the Ultra pays off in the long run. For now, one thing is certain. The Galaxy S26 Ultra is not just another yearly upgrade. It represents Samsung's vision of what a true flagship should be in the AI-driven era, and the company is backing that vision with production scale, global availability, and hardware choices that clearly set it apart. As more details emerge and the launch date draws closer, the Galaxy S26 series is shaping up to be one of the most talked-about smartphone releases of the year. For more tech news and updates like this, staying tuned and keeping an eye on how Samsung executes this strategy will be well worth it.